auditorium. Kindly give a rapturous welcome. Welcome you, sir. Our guest, Sri Narayan sir, has arrived. Give a round of applause. Small cheers and a great welcome to make the day. Happy morning and a grandeur welcome to one and all present here. To other countries, I may go as a pilgrim. I may go as a tourist, but to India, I come as a pilgrim, says Martin Luther King. The incredible India, whose heritage encompasses a wealth of ancient scientific knowledge that has majorly shaped the world, from astronomy and mathematics to medicine and metallurgy. Astronomy is the mother of all sciences. In India, the science of astronomy is well established in ancient time itself. Let's know a quick story about our ancient Indian scientist. The title of first scientist of India is often attributed to Aryabhatta, who lived in 5th century. The concept of zero he introduced. He also calculated the exact distance between Earth and the Moon. He also gave the accurate calculations of planetary positions, eclipses, and rotations of the Earth. Now you might remember why ISRO has named its first satellite as Aryabhatta. The leading light of 7th century is Bhaskaracharya I, who gave the remarkable contributions on mathematical astronomy. And in the 12th century was Bhaskaracharya II, who wrote Siddhanta Shiromani, which has given the exceptional mathematical formulations on planetary science. Yes, ISRO's satellites Bhaskara I and Bhaskara II are named after Bhaskaracharya I and Bhaskaracharya II of 7th and 12th centuries. Why is the sea blue? Asked an erudite person while sailing through Mediterranean Sea. You know what? He later emerged as the legendary Indian scientist who is Sir C.V. Raman, who discovered the scattering of light. And the list goes on. Dear delegates, curiosity is the embryo of all sciences. The wisdom and the insights of our ancient scientists is in our blood as well. Just tickle the right card. To note this today's seminar, Space 3.0, is organized to ignite and inspire our budding engineers. Moving ahead, we have auspicious lightning the lamp occasion. தீபம் என்பது ஞானத்தின் வெளிப்பாடு. விளக்கில் விளங்கும் விளக்காவர் தாமே என்னும் திருமூலரின் வாக்கிற்கு இணங்க இங்குள்ள மாணவ செல்வங்கள் ஞான விளக்கில் விளங்கித் தோன்ற மேடையில் உள்ள பெரியோர்களை திருவிளக்கின் ஞானச்சுடர் ஏற்ற வருமாறு அன்புடன் அழைக்கிறோம்.
சார் இன்னொரு சார் ரைட்டா
That was an auspicious moment. Thank you so much, sir. அன்னை ஊட்டிய அமுதத்தமிழ், ஆருயிர்க்கெல்லாம் ஆதித்தமிழ், அதுவே எங்கள் தாய்மொழி தமிழ். இப்படி தீந்தமிழ் சொற்களால் வருகிறது வாழ்த்து. அதுவே நம் தமிழ் தாய் வாழ்த்து. அனைவரும் தமிழ் தாய் வாழ்த்திற்கு எழுந்து நிற்குமாறு அன்புடன் வேண்டுகிறோம். Kindly be seated. Today we have with us an eminent person here. இவர் மக்கட் பணியே மகேசன் பணி இல்ல மாணவர் பணியே மகேசன் பணி அப்படின்னு who used to inspire the students with his wise words. And he is the first Indian who received the highest civil distinction award of France, and that is Officer of the Order of Academic Palms from Prime Minister of France, who is Professor Dr. G. Vishwanathan, Rector of our University and former Vice Chancellor of Anna University. Request to welcome the Prudence gathering.
அனைவருக்கும் எனது இனிய காலை வணக்கம். Respected President of this function, Padmasri Professor Vasagam, distinguished Chief Guest Dr. A. Sivaraman Pillai, distinguished Scientist, Director IPSC, ISR Trivandrum Dr. B. Narayanan, distinguished Scientist, Director Space Applications Center, Ahmedabad, Sri Nilesh M. Desai, Professor Cyril Raj, Additional Registrar of Engineering University, Professor D. Shanmugh Raja, Professor of Computer Science and Engineering, distinguished scientists, speakers, delegates, faculties of the university, respected invitees, students, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure welcoming Professor Vasagam, who is a dedicated individual with a long and distinguished career in the field of space technology and education. He has held various leadership positions, including Chancellor of Dr.MGR-ACS Research Institute, Director of Information Technology at Carnegie Institute of Technology and Sciences, Chairman of Tamil Nadu Institute of Information Technology, and Vice Chancellor of Anna University. He has also served as a project director for India's first experimental geostationary communication satellite project. Sir, I welcome you. We are honored to have Dr. Dr. A. Sivaraman Pillai, Founder CEO of BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited and President of Project Management Associates. Dr. A. Sivaraman Pillai began his career at the Indian Space Research Organization, where he played a crucial role in the development of India's polar satellite launch vehicle. He is best known as the founding CEO and Managing Director of BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited, a joint venture between India and Russia. BrahMos Aerospace is responsible for the development and production of the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, one of the most advanced missiles in the world. Under his leadership, BrahMos Aerospace achieved several milestones in missile technology. Dr. Pillai has made significant contributions to India's defense capabilities, particularly in missile technology and aerospace engineering. His work has helped enhance India's strategic defense capabilities and strengthen its position as a major player in the global defense industry. Dr. Pillai's leadership and expertise have played a pivotal role in advancing India's aerospace and defense capabilities, particularly in the development of missile technology and strategic systems. Sir, my hearty welcome to you, sir. Distinguished scientist, Director, LPSA ISO Trivandrum, Dr. B. Narayanan, is a rocket and spacecraft propulsion expert. And liquid propulsion system is one of the major scientists of ISR. As director, he is providing techno-managerial leadership for the development of liquid, semi-cryogenic, cryogenic propulsion stages and control systems for launch vehicles, chemical and electric propulsion system for satellites, and transducer for belt monitoring. As director of LPS, the Center has delivered 190 liquid propulsion systems and control power plants for 5 numbers of launch vehicles and 40 number of satellites. Sir, I heartily welcome you. Distinguished scientist, Director Space Application Center, ISRO at Ahmedabad, Sri Nilesh Desai, a space scientist known for his contributions to the field of space technology and applications. He has been instrumental in the design and development of ISRO's microwave radar systems, contributing significantly to advanced applications encompassing Earth observation, navigation, and communication technologies for social welfare, governance, and strategic purposes. SI's expertise lies in leading the design and development of various key projects such as RISAT-1C, Band Synthetic Aperture Radar, that is SAR, OceanSat-2, and SCAT-SAT-1, Chandrayaan-2 orbiter, SAR and lander and altimeter, and hazard detection and avoidance processing system for Chandrayaan-3. Additionally, he played a pivotal role in the realization of airborne SAR for disaster management, mini SAR, as well as signal and data processing and remote sensing applications. Due to unavoidable circumstances, Mr. Desai could not be here, but he will be presenting his lecture online. I also welcome our Professor Cyril Raj, Additional Registrar, executives of MGR University, faculties of this university. My warm welcome to all the distinguished speakers of the seminar. A hearty welcome to faculty delegates from various institutions, student delegates who have shown keen interest to attend this seminar. Our founder Chancellor Dr. A.C. Shanmugam and beloved President Dr. ACS Arun Kumar is always encouraging and supporting all our endeavor in developing science. At this moment, on behalf of our satellite team, we express our gratitude and thanks to our management. We have signed an MOU with the Indian Technology Congress Association 2 years before. He is coordinating the 75 satellite mission proposed by our Honorable Prime Minister. Our CubeSat is under testing now, may be launched within 3 to 4 months by ISRO. India has emerged as one of the most successful nations to have developed the capacity to develop satellites for services and interstellar missions with vigorous and determined efforts of ISR. ISR have been working with over 500 industry partners for their overall operations and activities so far. In new reforms, ISR had Indian industries have been attempting to go beyond the vendor-supplier relationship and work on developing space-based services and bolster the Indian space economy. As the floodgates to the Indian private sector is being opened up, it is important to understand how the industry believes it can grow and mature. There are several approaches every company can consider, growing themselves within the different verticals of the industry. Some of them may look and demand coming locally, and others may look at taking a risk of building products and services that target global customers. This seminar will discuss the significance of Indian industries in space sector, their capabilities and various approaches and opportunities that the private companies in Indian space sector can take over the coming years. Driving India's space sector through startup ecosystem, space startups are making impactful marks across the space value chain, across the world. Over the last few years, the world, including India, has also seen the rise of innovative space ventures with startups aiming to build their own satellites, launch vehicles, communication, and geospatial services. Today, India will play a major role in boosting the country's capabilities and presence in the space sector. India space tech startups should play a major role in developing, designing multiple downstream applications. Moreover, ISRO with the recent reforms and recognizing the significance of startups to people of India in fulfilling its space dreams has been taking proactive steps towards facilitating the space startups ecosystem across the country. With the foundation available with ISRO's legacy, established supplies and human resources base, a plethora of new ventures can take shape in Indian space sector with this as a launch pad. Now the role of existing startups driving the space tech across the world in India and capabilities of startups and new entrepreneurs, drivers for creating a robust startup ecosystem in India, measure the support to catalyze the maturity of space startups in India. India's ambitious program is Gaganyaan, which aims to make India one of only 4 countries that can independently carry out human space flight. The first stepping stone in India's plans for human space flight is to put Indians into orbit around Earth for about 3 days and bring them back safely. The next steps are to place an Indian space system, Indian space station in orbit by 2035 and put an Indian on the moon by 2040. In order to achieve the ambitious goals, Government of India has allotted rupees 1 lakh crore in their budget. Our Prime Minister introduced 4 IIF test pilots as astronauts designated to the world. Among them, Ajit Krishna is from Chennai. This seminar is designed to be a launchpad for your dreams. Over the next 2 days, we will delve into the dynamic world of space sector, exploring the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. We will hear from leading experts who will share their invaluable insights and experiences, equipping you with the knowledge and tools you need to navigate this exciting frontier. The space industry is undergoing a paradigm shift, with startups playing an increasingly critical role in driving innovation and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. From developing cutting-edge technologies to creating novel business models, your entrepreneurial spirit and fresh perspectives are crucial to shaping the future space exploration. The seminar is your chance to gain valuable insights, network collaborations, discover resources, ignite your passion. Delegates, we believe that the future of space exploration is bright, and it is you, the innovators and startups, who will be at the forefront of this journey. This seminar is just the beginning. We encourage you to actively participate, ask questions, share your ideas, and embrace the collaborative spirit that is essential for success in this dynamic field. Together, let us unlock the boundless potential of space and create a future that benefits all of humanity. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. We are immensely happy and deeply honored to have a galaxy of space scientists here. As a mark of love and respect, we would like to greet and welcome the dignitaries with a bouquet, for which our satellite team is making their march. Thank you, sir, and thank you, students. The passion and the zeal are the prime factors of an inspirational leader. We deem it a great pleasure to invite our additional registrar, Professor Dr. Sriraj, to talk about this seminar.
Respected dignitaries on the dais of the dais. On behalf of Dr.MGR-ACS Education Research Institute, it is with great pleasure that I extend a warm welcome to each for the National Seminar on Space 3.0, Empowering Innovators and Startup in Space. Dr.MGR Education Research Institute has taken a unique endeavor to expose our students to the vast opportunities available in space technology Our founder Chancellor Dr. A.C. sir and President Engineer A.C. Kumar sir shared the same vision of distinctly positioning our university as a center of excellence for space technology. While many institutions view satellite and space applications as beyond their scope, people often jokingly say it is not rocket science, but discussing simple tasks also. However, at our university, we aim to be trendsetters by becoming a role model, promoting necessary facilities and opportunities to explore the space from both technological and business perspective. This leads to the establishment of Satellite and Space Application Center of our university, functioning as a playground for our students to learn about space technology. At this juncture, I express my gratitude to our beloved rector sir, Dr. D. Sunathan, for leading this initiative in our university. We aim to bring experts and achievers to share their hard-earned knowledge with the students' community. That's why last year we hosted Space Seminar 2.0 with the theme An Era of Small Satellite Big Applications, Opportunities and Challenges on January 30th and the 31st of 2023. Eminent scientists such as Sri Rajarajan, Director of Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sri Harikota, and then Padmasri Professor R. Vasanam sir, and Dr. Prakash Rao, Chairman and former Director of ISRO headquarters, along with many other luminaries, interacted with our students and the faculty community. With the same ambition, this year we are hosting our national seminar Space 3.0 with the theme Empowering Innovators and Startup in the Space to instill an entrepreneurial outlook in our students amidst the vast opportunities in this space. We are delighted to announce our chief guest, Dr. A. Pillai, founder CEO of BrahMos Aerospace Limited, Dr. V. Narayanan, distinguished scientist and director of LPSC ISRO Trivandrum, who has successfully launched INSAT 3DS with an indigenously built cryogenic engine in G2 orbit, which we have witnessed last week. And Sri Nilesh is a distinguished scientist and director of Space Application Center, ISRO Ahmedabad. Sri G.N.V. Prasad, former Deputy Director, ISRO Satellite Center, will deliver a talk on student satellite program for empowerment of innovators and incubations of startup in space. Sri Loganathan Muthuswamy, Mission Director at Graha Space, former Deputy Project Director, ISRO Bengaluru, will speak on empowering with nano satellite with practical examples. Dr. K. Vasant, Professor, ECE Department of Chaitanya Bharati University, will talk on micro, nano, pico, femto satellites, pioneering space exploration from academic institutions in India. Dr. Sri Gopalakrishnan, Adjunct Faculty, National Institute of Advanced Studies, and former policy analyst ISRO Bengaluru, will speak on topic privatization and commercialization of space activities and legal issues. Dr. N. Prasad, former head Mechanism, Assembly and Testing, URSC Bangalore, will talk on mechanisms for spacecrafts. Sri M. Jawahar Raja, member, Solar Astrophysicist, Indus, will deliver talk on the topic Exploring Sun-Earth Connections, Space Weathering. Sri SPM Mohan, co-founder, Unbekul Chennai, will talk on design, build and launch two-stage rockets. Dr. K. Vasant, Professor, ECE, Chaitanya Bharati University, will speak on experimental low-cost one-use satellite and academic institutions. Sri B.A. Subramani, founder, CEO, Decibel, will speak on space communication practical perspective. Sri M.S. Rahul, founder, CEO, Aerion Space Technology, will speak on how aerospace startups are creating a new course. Sri N. Sivasubramani, veteran scientist, VSSC ISRO, will speak on emerging trends in advanced manufacturing. Engineer D. Narasimha, certified drone pilot, will talk on drone data capturing. Dr. Karimullah Naveen Kumar, Professor ECE, Osmania University, Hyderabad, will speak on Indian Navy, the game changer and its challenge. Nearly 50 staff members and 250 students across various colleges from Tamil Nadu is participating in this program. There are two panel discussions. One is on challenges and opportunities for a startup with new space policies, which will be moderated by Sri Gopalakrishnan, Adjunct Faculty, National Institute of Advanced Studies, Bangalore, Palmer Policy Analyst, ISRO. The panel discussion second will be on enhancing inter collaborations in space sector, niche opportunity and skills needed, which will be moderated by Sri N. Sivasubramanian, Veterinary Scientist, BSSA, ISRO, and then former General Manager, ISRO. Dear participants, the key outcome of this seminar is to inspire the next generation of space enthusiasts and professionals by showcasing the groundbreaking work being done in the field of space exploration and entrepreneurship. We aim to inspire curiosity, creativity, and passion for space among students and young professionals. Through engaging talks, hands-on workshops, and interactive exhibits, we hope to ignite a sense of wonder and excitement about the possibilities of space, inspiring the leaders and innovators of the tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. If you want to master something, then teach it. These are the powerful words from the great physicist Richard Feynman. Our guest of honor, Sri Nilesh M. Desai, distinguished scientist, Apex Grade, Director, Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, is unable to be present among us due to unavoidable circumstances, but he will join us virtually. We now invite Professor Dr. Manoj Babu sir to introduce the guest. We also request the dignitaries to occupy off the dais as the session is going to start.
Zoom. சென்டர் போடுறோமா சென்டர் போடுறோமா சுற்றி பாருங்க சென்டர் போட்டால் அங்கேயும் இங்கேயும் இருப்பான் அதையும் காமிங்க எதையும் காமிச்சிங்க
Good morning to all those present here. I feel very happy and privileged to introduce today's one of the guests, Sri Nilesh M. Desai. Sri Nilesh M. Desai is an Indian engineer and a space scientist known for his contributions to the field of space technology and applications. He is the director of the Space Application Center SAC Ahmedabad right now. Commencing his professional journey in 1986 at SAC ISRO, Sri Desai began his working in ISRO's microwave remote sensing program. Over his illustrious career, he has been instrumental in the design and development of ISRO's microwave radar systems, contributing significantly to advanced applications encompassing Earth observation, navigation, and communication technologies for societal welfare and strategic purposes. Desai lies in the leading design and development of various key projects such as RISAT-1C band synthetic aperture radar, OceanSat-2 and SAT-1, Chandrayaan-2 orbiter SAR and SAR and lander altimeter and hazard reduction and avoidance process system for Chandrayaan-3. Additionally, he played a pivotal role in the realization of airborne SAR for disaster management, mini SAR, a miniaturized expand airborne SAR payload, as well as signal and data processing and remote applications. Sri Desai played a pioneering role in advancing VLSI and semiconductor manufacturing within India. Under his astute guidance, ISRO achieved a significant milestone by developing its first indigenous ASIC, His critical involvement led to the modernization of India's semiconductor laboratory Chandigarh and has been actively contributing to the formulation of Indian semiconductor policies towards enhancing the semiconductor landscape of India. Under his guidance, ISRO pioneers the development of the first satellite-based quantum communications. During his tenure, he held the positions of Group Director and Deputy Director of different technical areas of SAC, Space Application Center. He also worked as Associate Director for some duration before became the Director of SAC, and Sir has got many awards such as Spectronics and Deftronics Summit 2023 as well as the Lifetime Achievement Award for accelerating the Indian design verification ecosystem by DVC on India 2010. Thank you, sir.
கொஞ்சம் பேக்கில் வந்துருமா வேண்டாம் இதே பண்ணிடுறோம் இப்போயே அங்கே வச்சுட்டா கரெக்டாக அவ்வளோதான் அப்படி வச்சுருந்தா
Now, our guest of honor, Shri Nilesh M. Desai sir, will address the young people. Sir. Sir, can you hear us?
பிளானிங்லாம் தேவையில்லை நம்ம ஒயர் அந்த இதை கட்டிடலாம் கொஞ்சம் ஃபில்லில் போட்டு நான் மைக்கு ஒரு நான் பண்ண முடியாது நான் அதை தான் நான் பேசணும் ஃபேமிலி வரலாம் அது ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை இல்லைன்றீங்க ஓகே 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 சரியா இதுதான் சொன்னேன் வேறு ஒன்றும் டவுனுக்கு சொன்னேன் சொல்லி வெளியே இந்த இடத்துல சொன்னேன் டவுனுக்கு ஆக்சுவலாக இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டவுன் பண்ணால் ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக இருக்குதா ரெக்கார்டிங் போடுறாங்க காரணம் என்ன ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக வைக்கலாம் ரெக்கார்டிங்
Sir, can you hear us?
We are not getting audio.
Sir, we are not getting your audio, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, kindly proceed, sir. Sir, can you hear us? Sir, can you hear us, sir? Kindly proceed, sir.
Sir, audio is not coming. Okay, you go ahead, sir, but you are not listening to audio. You go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Comments? Yes, sir, yeah. And you know, thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. National seminar attendees, national seminar Space 3.0 empowering women to start up this space organized by Dr. University. At the outset, let me compliment the organizers. The organizers, and also thank the organizer for inviting me for this inaugural session of this national seminar related to space. And here I would like to remember Dr. C.N.R. Rao. Yes, academic and research institutes, and we are unnecessarily obsessed with big organizations like Department of Space or Atomic Energy or DIT. So, it is at that MGR-ACS initiative, and I had the privilege of visiting their lab and and other startups into the activities related to space research and innovation. So,
கேபிள் என்ன
But here I would like to emphasize, especially the young student startup, the students who are taking up the innovative activities related to from very robust. You need to keep it. Radar technologies and navigation, all these areas in ISRO. Another aspect I would like to emphasize how the what is called the delegate activities, then it will give you the correct. Deliberately working on the aspect and the skills.
We are not able to understand anything and it's getting it. Stop it and play years but they are trying to catch.
It initially sounds very complicated, but it
there is a stop there, but we will play later. Yeah, we want to inform you about the topic.
Now you can start. You can start
Millions saw the apple fall, but Newton was the one who asked why, asked questions, and the nature will open the doors to her secrets. We have our guest of honor, Dr. B. Narayanan, distinguished scientist, apex grade, director LPSC, ISRO, Trivandrum. Now request Professor Dr. to introduce our guest of honor.
Good morning, everybody. I'm greatly honored. I introduce our chief guest, Dr. V. Narayanan, the distinguished scientist and director of LPSC. Dr. Narayanan, a distinguished scientist, is a rocket and spacecraft propulsion expert. He is currently the director of the Liquid Propulsion System Center, one of the major centers of ISRO. As a director, he is providing techno-managerial leadership for the development of liquid, semi-cryogenic, cryogenic propulsion stages and control systems for launch vehicles, chemical and electric propulsion system for satellites. Dr. Narayanan is an alumni of IIT Kanpur. He has completed MTech first rank in cryogenic engineering and PhD in space engineering. Dr. Narayanan has been honored with 25 awards. He is a recipient of silver medal from IIT Kharagpur for first rank in MTech, gold medal from National Society of India, ASA award for rocket and related technologies. He has also got honorary degree of Doctor of Science from Satyabama University, Chennai, Distinguished Alumni Award 2018 by IIT Kharagpur and APT Abdul Kalam Award 2023 and Honorary Chief Minister Award for Chandrayaan 3. I request Dr. Narayanan sir to come on stage.
honor.
Sir, please come closer. Sir?
ஒரு பக்கமாக சார்
அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். Very good morning to all of you. The most respected and distinguished rector and the former vice chancellor of Anna University, Professor Dr. D. Viswanathan sir, my dearmost friend Mr. Nilesh Desai, Director SAC, and Padmasri, Professor R. Vasadam. I don't know, you already know it. Forest is a moving library and a person with the entire launch vehicles and satellite knowledge in his hand. And when he was the active director, we were all in the LKG level in ISRO. And today, because of the strong foundation made by such a great personalities, we have grown to some level. If not to the great level, to some level we have grown. It is because of the strong foundation made by people like our ambassador. And our chief guest, Sivadani Pillai sir, and I don't know how many of you are aware, the first satellite launch vehicle SLV-3, the project director was none other than the people president APJ Abdul Kalam. He was hand in hand worked with him, and today proud to be a spacefaring nation. I think he is one of the great persons who have contributed for that. Professor Dr. V. Cyril Raj, Dr. V. Sai Sanmugaraja, distinguished head of the departments, faculty members, my dear friends, throughout state I understand almost 25 college students are there. And in fact, therefore yesterday, you all may be knowing, 1963 November 21st, we had the first rocket launch from Cuba in Trivandrum. From there, we have come a long way. You are going to see what way we have come. And therefore, yesterday we had a beautiful moment. Honorable Prime Minister for the second launch site in Kulasekarapatam, that in Tamil Nadu. Morning he laid the foundation stone. And afternoon 1:40, precisely 1:40 as planned, we launched the RH-200 rocket from few days. I was also happy to be participate in that program. Thereby, Indian space program has gone a great way. And today, there was a time till our Honorable Prime Minister declared the space sector reform. It was like a monopoly. It was required at that point of time. Now, it is totally, space sector is opened up and a lot of startups are working. Almost last 3 years, 200 startup companies have come up. That's a great thing in this country and we will really see all these benefits maybe after 5 to 10 years. Today probably we will not be understanding the entire benefits and great opening up. Now I have structured my presentation like this. I thought I should give to this audience the entire space activities, how it has got evolved, what is that we have accomplished, what is that we are going to do before we celebrate 100 years of independence, and what is the role of startup. That is the way I have structured the presentation. It will take, I know it will take 1 hour, but then I had to cut off in 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. I will try to do some justice. And before I proceed, really, till I came here, till I got into my car, I was not knowing I am going to be with Vasanam sir and Sivadani Pillai sir. And really, I have got a lot of energy by sharing the adjacent seat with them for a couple of minutes. With that introduction, let us have a look at what has happened in the Indian space program. You know, Sarabhai, you all know, he strongly believed advanced space technology can be used for the common man. You know, when he believed, when we got independence, 1947, we were undeveloped country. Let us accept that fact. Having proper food, proper infrastructure development, nothing was there. At that point of time, he thought advanced technology can be brought to the benefit of common man. And the entire Indian space program started with that thinking in the year 1962. And the first milestone was 1963. The space program, we had the first launch of a rocket from Tumba, the fisherman village of Trivandrum. And you know, to bring the benefit of the space technology to the common man, we need three elements. We need to have satellites and of different types, different class in this country. And there are some milestones. November 21st is 1963 is an important time, important date. We had the first launch, but unfortunately the rocket came from USA, the payload came from France, and couple of equipments we got from other countries, and simply we assembled with others' help and we launched. And it was in the year 1967, November 20th, we had the first launch of a rocket, which was a just 1 meter height, I think 1 meter height rocket, which took off from Indian soil and went to 9.3 kilometers. And from that humble beginning, we have come a long way. And it was 1980, we had the first launch of the SLV-3, the satellite launch vehicle. And we joined the elite group of only, other than us, only 5 more countries. We were the 6th country to join in that group. And the project director was, as I told, none other than APJ Abdul Kalam. And the SLV-3 rocket was 17-ton mass and placed something around 35 to 40 kg satellite in the lower orbit. I think you all give a big hand to Sivadanand Pillai sir, who was one of the team members in the program. From that humble beginning till today, we have developed 6 generations of launch vehicles. I think all the numbers you can read. SLV-3, ASLV, then we went to the PSLV. PSLV is a workhorse today. And then we had the GSLV Mark II, GSLV, LVM-3 and SSLV. The LVM-3 launch vehicle, we had the heaviest launcher. We launched almost after 37 years. That was 2017. And for the students to easily remember, in 37 years, the mass of the launch vehicle went up 37.4 times. From 17 tons SLV-3, it went to 640 tons approximately, 642 tons. And the payload capacity from 40 kg, it went to something around 8,500 kg. That is the growth of the launch vehicle area. And this is a phenomenal growth for a country which started with a small tiny rocket. Now, coming to the satellite area, till 1973, that type of time frame, to be frank, we were not having great idea about satellite. It was in the year 1975, we had the first Yerepata launch, which was built by us, the great visionary leader, Professor U.R. Rao. I think we have to salute him, give a big hand to Professor U.R. Rao and his leadership. This satellite was built. But only thing is, you all can read in the library, you may have the book, India Becomes Space Power, written by Professor U.R. Rao. I have read that book at least 3-4 times to understand what was our role in building that satellite. Almost I will say 70 to 80% technology was given by other countries. We were trying to learn, we have built and we have launched their satellite. Then comes to another important milestone, 1980. 1980 we had the SLV-3 launch, 1980 after the first communication satellite, experimental satellite. You know who is the project director? None other than Vasan sir. Let us give a big hand to that great person who has built the first communication satellite with us. And from that humble beginning, we have come a long way. Till today, we have built almost 130 satellites. And we have launched. And SLV-3 placed a 40 kg satellite. From that 40 kg, today we have built the satellite. The heaviest satellite is GSAT-11, which is something around 6,000 kg. That is the type of growth what has happened. So 130 satellites of multiple satellite technologies. And with respect to the payload, we had the optical payload resolution started with kilometer resolution. Then we came down to 36 meter, 72 meter. Today, dear friends, I want to tell our capability in the optical payload is 28 centimeters the resolution. We are in par with any other developed country in the optical payloads. And you know, optical payload cannot take photograph during all cloud condition or rain condition. So we have developed microwave remote sensing payloads. And we have to give a big hand to people like Nilesh Desai and the SAT team. They have done great job in microwave remote sensing payloads. And till today, you can see the numbers. We have launched so many types of satellites. And a country which was not having satellite technology, which was looking other countries for satellite technology in 1975, when Modi ji took over as the Prime Minister of India, we have done one accomplishment. We conceived, built and launched a SAR satellite, communication satellite, and donated to other countries, SAR countries. That's what the growth of satellite technology in the country. And this is a very important slide. You know, the space program just like that was not started. When we started, the rocket parts used to be moved in bicycles, not new bicycles, very old bicycles. These are not imaginary photographs, actual photos. And first satellite Aryabhatta was moved for a test in Bangalore in Pullakkad. And from that beginning, we have come a long way. Just to compare, because wherever we go, the students used to ask, when are you going to get first rank in the space program? For that I have to answer here itself. Couple of places we have become topper, but you should understand, when we started the program 1967, the middle item you can see, that 1 meter height rocket, orbit 75 rocket. And 1969, in India, there was no liquid propulsion, just to we were doing a small thruster test. That time, you should see where the other countries were standing. India is trying to move rocket path in bicycle, satellite in Pullakkad. That time, Yuri Gagarin has gone to space 1961 and he has come back. And 1969, I still remember that date because it's so enjoyable date for me. I was in the first standard, not studying this type of great institute. I was in a primary school. The entire school building is only 1/4 of this hall. 5 classes. I was in the first standard with 20 of my friends sitting on the floor, and we were not doing what is space program. Nothing. One good thing happened was the teachers were not teaching, so we were enjoying, and we were so much enjoying. And we are not knowing why they are not teaching, but we didn't bother just as a first standard student, you know, for in a village. And that school building is very fantastic building. We used to pray there should be rain. Because if there is rain, immediately holiday will be declared because full classroom will be only rain. So that is the type of classroom. And the teachers came. They were moving with some small radio, and finally they told, I think that man has landed on moon. That announcement has come. That was 1969. And that is the time we are starting with the building the rockets. And from that place, you please have a look how the country has grown. We have generated 6 generations of launch vehicles. And first rocket was an inverted rocket. And till today from Indian soil, around 4,000 sounding rockets we have launched from Indian soil. And we have built 6 generations of launch vehicles. People like Sivaram Professor has made strong foundation. We are standing on that foundation and building new rockets. And 95 launch vehicle missions we have accomplished. And satellite, as I told, 1975 we are not having anything. From that 130, 125, not 130. Right now the number is 130 satellites are realized and launched. Not only that, 431 satellites of 34 countries are launched from this Indian soil. That's a great accomplishment. And lot of experimental things. And fine. All these satellites and rockets are for what? For what? If I have to talk about application, I think it will take 5 hours. More than 50 applications. And you can see in the Earth observation there are applications, satellite, communication, navigation, disaster warning, strategic application. Couple of examples I will tell and I will move. One application, you know, India is having 7,500 kilometer seashore. And lot of people are going for fishing. And I am from a village which is just 2 kilometers from the seashore in Kanyakumari district. And I know some of my classmates, fathers, brothers used to go and they used to come back empty hand after 2 days, 3 days, poor people. And today we are taking photographs of potential fishing zones and we are informing to the people. through that application, benefit, people go to the right place, they catch fish and they come back, what is the type of benefit per year? Per year the profit is 34,000 crore is the profit, and Indian space program budget is only 30,000 crore. So please understand that is the type of benefit which is coming from potential fisheries. Telecommunication. I still remember 30 years back, if you have to make a phone call from here to Bangalore, you all know. I think the youngsters will not understand, the teachers will be knowing. You have to go to the trunk booth and you have to book the trunk call. And after 2 hours you will get the connectivity and within 2 minutes you will get disconnected also. That was the situation. And I want to tell 1990 I have got completed MTech from IIT Kharagpur with first time, and I have come back and I was in ISRO 1993. I was sent to Russia for a technology acquisition program. And my father, not that educated, but very smart and very intelligent, a very good person. He came to Trivandrum to see me off and give me the flight took off and we went to Mumbai. From Mumbai, the next flight is to Moscow next day morning. That was my first flight travel. You can understand, first time somebody is getting into the aircraft, how much enjoyment will be there. I was so much enjoying. And one day when interesting things happened, the flight didn't land in the right time. The flight was simply, after reaching Bombay, it was going on around 1 hour. We were enjoying. Because flight is not landing, we thought it should not land for some more time. And all of a sudden the pilot told, now no fear, I am going to land. Landed. After landing, security team came and we were taken to your room and we were locked. They told, you cannot go, please be inside. And okay, fine. Little unhappy and we are sitting inside. But TV, we are seeing so much bomb blast. Where? Adjacent room. Next building, bomb blast. And only we understood that day was the Bombay Sea bomb blast. Happened. Next day morning, we were put in the Moscow flight, we went to Moscow. And I enjoyed when we reached there. My father from Trivandrum went back to North Korea and he came to know through radio news. There was bomb blast. Exactly same time when this flight was landing, the entire family was in the sorrow. And they don't know whether their son is alive or not. After 12 days, they got a letter from Moscow stating that I have reached Bombay, as I have reached Moscow. And I was there in Moscow for 10 months. Not even once I could talk to my parents over phone. Because near my village, 5-7 kilometers, no phone connection. That was the situation. From that thing, for a person who came to see me off, after 12 days only he understand I am alive. From that situation, today you understand. Please raise the hand. Who are not having mobile in the hand? Can you raise the hand? I think nobody will. And if you make a call to USA within 30 seconds, if you don't connectivity, today we are getting really tense. I am getting tense. Why we are not getting connectivity 30 seconds? That is the result, revolution what has happened in the telecommunication. I think thanks to lot of sector, including space sector. Now coming to the disaster warning and management. There was a time. Can you tell what is the value of Sivarana Pillai life? What is the value? Is it 1,000 crore? 10 crore? It is infinite. And it is not only Sivarana Pillai, for that matter, any citizen of India, the life is infinite value. And disaster, earlier we used to lose how many people. But today, we are having a system to advance way to inform the people and move them to the safe place. I think the space is doing phenomenal job. And television broadcasting, I think 25 years back, I think you all may be knowing Bollywood program. Every Friday, 5 songs. And if you miss that, then next week only you have to see. Today you see that, how many things. So like that, lot of applications. And you take, for example, train. From here if you have to go to Yekmo to get the train, 20 years back, nobody knows after booking you have to go there. After reaching there, you will understand whether the train is coming 8 hours delayed or 12 hours delayed or not coming, then what to do, all this confusion. Today is the situation, you can immediately see. Today we have connected 2,800 trains or for 8,000 trains, real time we are monitoring. And we are going to monitor entirely. So like that, I can talk on this so much and so much, I am not going to tell, lot of applications. And coming to the PSLV, we have launched 60 launch vehicles, 60 vehicles, 58 vehicles were successful. That is the history of PSLV. And we have made a lot of accomplishments. Now India, 1967, I still remember in my village hardly 1/3 people used to take food for 3 times. And we started the space program, somebody has gone to the moon and landed. From that beginning, you had a look of the accomplishments. Chandrayaan-1, first interplanetary mission. Chandrayaan-1 is the first interplanetary mission which found water molecule on the moon and made all Indians proud. And of course, with the support of USA, we have done, and nearly every Indian can be proud of that mission. Thanks to APJ Abdul Kalam, he gave a great idea. We should put Indian flag on the moon. We impacted Indian flag on the moon. Thereby, dear friends, we have registered land for all Indians, all of you and all your generations. We have registered on the moon. And coming to Mars orbiter mission, you know, Mars orbiter mission, you have to travel almost 68 crore kilometers. You have to travel. I think you all know little bit trigonometry. Please do a simple calculation. If you move with 0.1 degree error, where you will reach? You cannot reach Mars. You go somewhere else. And you are perfectly gone. And thanks to all the people, I don't want to compliment one of the team, entire ISRO team, and we have perfectly accomplished that mission. And dear friends, India is the only country and first country accomplished a Mars mission in the first attempt. None of the developed countries have accomplished. Yes, America has done, Russia has done, but after a lot of failures, but we are the first country which has accomplished. And you know, our honorable Prime Minister used to do a simple calculation. He used to say, the entire travel, if you calculate per kilometer how much money you have spent, the money spent is less than auto fare. That is the greatness of Indians and Indian engineers, Indian technologists. And coming to the PSLV, I think there's a lot of things. One place we were discussing at one point of time, and before us in a single rocket, only 37 satellites were launched by Russia. Today, of course, America has done today, but at that point of time, when 37 was there, we were discussing, we should not be always followers, we should be leaders. We decided to place 100 satellites. And finally, it is history, 104 satellites. Placing 100 satellites is easy, but it should not collide each other. And we have accomplished 104 satellites in a single mission. And India is the first country which crossed that milestone. And coming to the PSLV, it's a quantum jump. And we had to develop a lot of technologies, including cryogenic rockets. I think cryogenic rocket, if I have to explain today, because I started my career with cryogenic solid propulsion, moved to cryogenic propulsion, and we took 19 years for that completing the development, and we were looking for a technology from other countries, and Russia was a little bit trying to help, but then due to geopolitical reasons we could not get the technology. But to tell the complexity, I will tell you, liquid hydrogen, the temperature is minus 253 degrees centigrade. Minus 253, very easy to tell the number. I will give you a feel. Water is at 30 degree, you reduce 30 degree centigrade and go to 0, you will have ice. Assume you are standing on the ice, what will be the condition of this? Or you boil water, take it to boiling condition 100 degree centigrade, put hand inside, you will understand the 70 degree effect. Now from 0 degree 250 you have to go down and you have to produce hydrogen and oxygen and we have to store and we have to use. And it's a very complex technology. I will come on some other occasion to explain that technology development. And finally, thanks to the foreign countries which denied the technology, finally the Indian scientists, we worked hard and 19 years we took, and India is the 6th country which has got the cryogenic indigenous cryotechnology for its own. Only 6 countries. Until today we have done a lot of missions. Even this year we had the 17th, we had the INSAT 3DS mission by this vehicle. Until today, the 10 indigenous training stages we have used, and that was the 10th stage. And then coming to the LVM3, is a totally a game changer. 642 ton. There are 2 solid motors, there is a liquid stage to the core liquid stage and cryogenic upper stage. And all developments happened consecutively. One point I want to tell. The cryogenic stage, we started from scratch. And I was also blessed to be the project director and development chief when we successfully launched. And I want to tell, this was a slide which was presented 2 days before the launch. Before the launch, we had accomplished 199 tests we have done. After that, 198 tests were successful. All successful except one. And we gave a conference to the management. The launch will be successful. That was the 200th experiment. And dear friends, I want to tell, it was a perfect mission. It was a perfect successful mission. And India can be proud. And here, not only that, we have made 2 world records. That I want to say. After completing the subsystem level development, we have integrated the engine and we went for the flight program. The minimum time taken by any country is the Americans, 42 months after the first test to flight. We set a target of 24 months. And when the target was not only setting the target, but it was presented in the international forum, I was presenting as the project director in France. The entire international community was really laughing on it. In fact, my close friend was co-chairing in that session. He asked me one question. If you don't mind, if you don't get ridiculed, I want to ask a question. He first asked a question. Narayan, do you know how much time people have taken for are you joking in this forum? This was the thing asked. I told I will come back after 2 years with the successful flight data. At that time, we will discuss. Today, I cannot discuss. Here is history. We have succeeded in 28 months against the minimum time taken by any other country of 42 months, and India is top on this technology. And we are one plus the flight people on stage. For you all, it will be, but as it's a great thing. You know, the actual flight stage is moved to test stand and we have to do the test. Generally, what is done is after moving to the test stand, we put little hydrogen, see everything is healthy, put little oxygen, like the 10-15 experiment used to be done. And it takes the minimum time taken by any other country is 10 months for doing the test. After moving to cotton. And we can follow thanks to the leader of our chairman Kiran Master, we put up a proposal. Sir, we will not do any experiment, we will go for straight away. Then what is the advantage? In 34 days we can complete the test. Proposal is excellent. But the problem is, if you use 1,000 crore facility more time, sir, I can construct also no problem. Maybe 10-15 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. Okay. And he commercial missions, 36 satellites in each mission, perfect video launch. And the same it was used for Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3 launch also. Chandrayaan 2, I think you all may be knowing, we could not accomplish the end condition, soft landing. A great accomplishment. You know, we are having an orbiter. Right now it is rotating in the moon surface. 100 kilometers in the moon orbit it is rotating. The design life was only 1 year. Today the life is 7 years because of the innovative approach made by ISRO team for placing Chandrayaan in the required place. And it is having a on-orbit resolution. That is the best camera as on date available in the moon's orbit by any country, and India is having that camera in the moon's orbit. And of course, Chandrayaan 2, there was a setback. Then we were given a mandate to zero down for the setback. And we had to study all the satellite system and do the recommendations. But the time given was only 30 months. Generally for this type of work, it is 1 year time is required. A 9-member committee, all are toppers in their own domain, and we sat together. I want to tell exactly on the 30th day, 4 hours before the deadline, the committee submitted its report.
Hello, Srona sir. Hello.
And pinpointing all the reasons. And the entire recommendation was implemented. And lot of tests were carried out. And today we have accomplished the mission. I am happy to be associated as the National Committee Chairman of that FAC committee. And today, you all know, it's a successful mission. India is the first country and only one country which has landed near to the South Pole and put Indian flag again up. And I skipped a lot of slides. Now, the important thing is, it was a perfect landing. You know, in the introductory remarks, the former VC was talking about Ramanujan, zero concept, everything. and Indians are predicted for inventing, discovering zero. And on 23rd August, we made 3 parameters simultaneously close to zero. Horizontal velocity, vertical velocity. The object was rotating at something around 6,077 km per hour. That is 8 times our aircraft speed. And to return the velocity zero, and we landed in 19 to 20 minutes, traveling 735 kilometers range, and it was a perfect accomplishment, and India made history that day. And we have done lot of discovery through the Chandrayaan mission. Minerals were discovered, lot of things were discovered. And
Hello?
the greatness of India is we have donated the entire scientific data to the scientific community of all the countries, and we have put our national flag again up. And coming to the next mission and achievement, one is technical achievement, another thing is this was the mission which
Sir, we are from NGR University, sir. Hello?
together, they call it mission.
Hello, sir, are you getting voice?
And we always
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Yes, sir. We are getting the voice, sir. It's clearly. Okay.
Hello?
We have done lot of experiments achievement. I am not going to go.
Yes, sir. Is this audible for you?
Next mission is the satellite for studying the sun.
Sir, can you hear me? I can hear your voice.
We have to place the satellite
Hello?
something around 15 lakh kilometers.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
India is the 4th country which has built a satellite for studying the satellite, the sun.
Hello?
And the perfectly placed in the Elon orbit.
Sir.
I think it's a great achievement.
Sir, I can hear you. Can you hear my voice?
76 years to have become the 4th
Sir? Hello?
Hello?
And coming to the next
Sir, can you hear me?
program we are working towards
Hello?
that. I think already the Prime Minister has announced the first astronauts selected. And
Hello?
a lot of work is going
Sir, I
on.
can hear you,
I
sir.
can come on other occasions to talk.
Loud and clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear. Your voice is clear.
And today we are in the very much in the advanced stage of the development. And sending the human being to the space is very easy.
Your audio is...
But we have to bring them back safely. There are
Sir, our audio will be
In fact,
come shortly, sir. Just 2 minutes, sir.
August 15th, 2018, it was the Independence Day. As the director, I had to be in the office for raising the national flag, and Honorable Prime Minister announced. And after hoisting the national flag, just doing that important function, we cannot keep the mobile on. So I came back to the room around 12 o'clock after meeting all the people. I sit down the mobile. There was a message. Message was very simply like this. Honorable Prime Minister has announced, I would like to be the astronaut. Are you permitting me? This was the question. Then I saw, okay, it is from my doctor. I sent a message. We will discuss in the house. This was the message. And I reached a lot of work that day, 7 o'clock. She was waiting in the house. She asked me a question. See, I sent a question. And your answer was total confusing answer. You should have told yes or no. Fine. But you told me to discuss in the house. And now you are 7 o'clock, you are coming. Please tell me, are you confident about your systems or not? This was the question. And dear friends, we all are working by thinking that our own daughter or son is going to fly. And today we are done with the propulsion system. Out of 160 tests, 140 tests, all successful tests. Last you would have heard the news, Cradling engine is human rated, and I am sure the type of dedication and determination, the first mission will be a perfect, successful mission. And now we are working for improving the payload of Mach 3. We are developing a liquid oxygen and kerosene propulsion system, 200-ton propulsion system, and we are also improving our cryostage. Thereby the payload capability will be increased to 25%. Another important development, the new generation launch vehicle. This vehicle capability is 2 times of the Mach 3 capability, and we are in the process of submitting the report to the government. And the payload, Mach 3 is something around 4.2 ton to GTO. This will take to something around 9.5 ton to GTO. We are hoping to develop and complete the development in 6 to 7 years time frame. And reusable launch vehicle technology, we are in the gate. I think last year successful landing, and this month before 16, we are setting the target to demonstrate once again with some improvements. In fact, the system is getting flagged off maybe today, tomorrow from Trivandrum, and you will be hearing the news under 15 days time. We are going to have one more flight. And air breathing. Now, air breathing, I want to tell something. You know, we were lighting the lamp. You all students may be thinking it is a great privilege to one course. Yes, it is a great privilege. But you know what is the type of tension we are having while lighting? When you light, immediately you should light. It should be successful. It should not get quenched. If it is getting quenched, in the system we are thinking that something is wrong. And here, air breathing proportion, the air will be entering with a velocity of 6 Mach. It will be entering. And under that condition, you have to ignite. Imagine while lighting the lamp, there is a fan is on. Can you switch on the light? And simple fan, the velocity will be in the system we are thinking that something is wrong. And here, air breathing proportion, the air will be entering with a velocity of 6 Mach. It will be entering. And under that condition, you have to ignite. While lighting the lamp, there is a fan is on. Can you switch? Satellite area also, you are improving the performance by the electric propulsion. You know, Chandrayaan-3, the satellite mass is 3,900 kg. Out of that, 3,000 kg is propulsion mass. If you put this type of propulsion, the mass will come down, thereby lot of payload can be improved. And coming to the space sector, today the space sector reform has come. And you all may be knowing, lot of people are in the game of developing launch vehicles. In fact, Skyro, one of the startup company launched a low Earth orbit payload, and they are working further. And Agricool is working in Chennai, and there are 200 startup companies, both satellite building, data dissemination, and this area people are working. And thereby, dear friends, there was a time the engineers used to be job seekers. After completing BTech or MTech, we are looking for job. Today, you are job providers, and space is also giving that enough opportunity towards that. And coming to the space economy, this is only area we have to improve. Right now, our share in the commercial market is only 2%. We have set a target of taking to 8% in another 10 years. Towards that, lot of things are going on. And the future missions, let me take 1 or 2 minutes and we'll stop my talk. Yes, every year, January 1st, you all know how we celebrate New Year. And this year, January 1st, we were not sleeping early morning, and we had the first successful launch vehicle, launch PSLV, 60th launch of PSLV, X-ray polarimetric satellite, and it was a grand successful mission. And 6th January, we commissioned the Aditya satellite for studying the sun. And now we are having a mission, NASA ISRO synthetic aperture, which is a very fast satellite. We are going to launch maybe in a couple of months. Space is another experiment. And again, this year we are another 3-4 months, you will hear the news. First unmanned mission we are going to place. And by 2025 we have put a target, lot of experiment has to be done. We have put a target of sending our own brothers to space and bringing them back safely. And another thing, the Pattanam is another important achievement which was done by Honorable Prime Minister, and we had the successful launch. And Gagarian is one program where we send the person to space, and sometimes another program taken by department. 6 kilometers the vessel will be taken inside sea. 6 kilometers means, I think those who are understanding hydraulics will know, 600 bar will be the external pressure. Farther the vessel fabrication is 100 mm thick titanium alloy. We are only making ISRO and LPS, my office in Bangalore, only we are doing the welding trials, welding activities. So we have got a great contribution towards that. And ISRO future I can talk for 2-3 hours. Maybe some other case you will see. I have put only one slide. And 2023 we had the Chandrayaan-3, Aditya and TVD missions. And 2024 set the Gagarian first unmanned mission, and lot of experiments we have planned. And 2025 targeted to send our own brother to space and bringing them back safely. But before that, a lot of experiments have to be done. And 2026 we are going to have a mission to Moon to bring back the sample. Towards the lot of AI work, robots, lot of work has to happen. And 2035 we will be having our own Indian space station. And first module, it will be a five modules. First model we are targeting put in 2028, 2040. 1969 I was in the first standard as a small boy without knowing what is space, and Americans landed on the moon. And 2040 we have set the target of putting our own Indian brother or sister on the moon and bring them back safely. These are all the programs. And towards that, a lot of activities to happen. This is a single slide and which gives the target up to 2040. Whatever I have talked, everything is put inside. And one activity I want to tell you, now to move to places like America, it takes 17 to 18 hours. And you can also use crazy rocket engines. After taking off, if you put the crazy rocket engine, the time will come down to 3 to 4 hours. I am working in a propulsion system development area. I think all the veterans knows about propulsion, but I want to tell only 1 or 2 points on propulsion. The rocket engines are no way different from car engines. Car engines will take either person or product from one place to another place. Rocket also does same, either it takes human being or satellite. But difference is simple. You take a car in Chennai road only 70 km/h we can travel. And rocket to place Chandrayaan-3, we have to do 37,000 km/h velocity to inject Chandrayaan-3 or communication satellite. That is the requirement. Towards that, our engines, for example, Maruti car, if you calculate 3 to 4 grams per day. But difference is simple. You take a car in Chennai road only 70 km/h we can travel. And rocket to place Chandrayaan-3, we have to do 37,000 km/h velocity to inject Chandrayaan-3 or communication satellite. That is the requirement. Towards that, our engines, for example, Maruti car, if you calculate 3 to 4 grams per day. But difference is simple. You take a car in Chennai road only 70 km/h we can travel. And rocket to place Chandrayaan-3, we have to do 37,000 km/h velocity to inject Chandrayaan-3 or communication satellite. That is the requirement. Towards that, our engines, for example, Maruti car, if you calculate 3 to 4 grams per day. But difference is simple. You take a car in Chennai road only 70 km/h we can travel. And rocket to place Chandrayaan-3, we have to do 37,000 km/h velocity to inject Chandrayaan-3 or communication satellite. That is the requirement. Towards that, our engines, for example, Maruti car, if you calculate 3 to 4 grams per day. But difference is simple. You take a car in Chennai road only 70 km/h we can travel. And rocket to place Chandrayaan-3, we have to do 37,000 km/h velocity to inject Chandrayaan-3
Hello? Hello? Okay.
Good morning. Distinguished guests on the dais, Dr. Pillai, Dr. Narayanan, Vasadamji, Gita Lakshmiji, and all the other and startups in space. So at the outset, let me compliment organizing this two-day national seminar related to space research and technology development. So let me we engineers are generally and Murphy's law. If anything can go wrong, it will. And similarly, move fast. But of course, industry has moved to industry 4.0 and space. Generally, space is always one decade behind the commercial electronics. Of the shelf or military of the shelf technologies. The young innovators and startups in space and the government's policy now. Space program and the technologies which we have been building and the activities which we setting up of in space Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center at Ahmedabad that into space, and we have already seen the setting up of Dr. Narayan has already pointed out almost around 200 startups related to all the people who are really interested in doing space technology related activities. To say that the real progress in science obsessed with big organizations like Department of Space or Department of Atomic. Dr. Rao has already said that there is a lot of scope of activity to go a long way in promoting what Dr. Rao has been all the way saying all these years. Another thing I would like to emphasize, I will remember. You involve me, I will learn. Development through this ACS space station will go a long way in making them ready. The point I would like to emphasize is that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Possible. So generally we are obsessed with technology. So that will serve us very well in space and it will last long. Research program as well as space technology cells in various institutions and there are a lot of scopes for centers like ACS Space Tech Center to collaborate with ISRO and do activity related to emphasize that many of us are launch vehicles and satellites, but there are a lot of scope available. So I would urge the innovators and the startups to take up this technology and build upon technologies in private sectors, and especially the various applications for societal activities. So that would be the another area where I would like to emphasize students, especially startups, to take up activities. We have not. They also are pointing out that we get lot of proposals for launch vehicles and. So I would urge through this initiative of this national seminar that you try to emphasize on the current topic.
Thank you so much, sir. ஒரு முறை வந்தால் அது கனவு, இருமுறை வந்தால் அது ஆசை, பலமுறை வந்தால் அது லட்சியம் என்று மாணவர்களை எப்போதும் ஊக்கப்படுத்தியவர் நம் கலாம் ஐயா அவர்கள். இப்போது கலாம் ஐயா அவர்களுடன் 40 வருடங்களாக ஒன்றாக பணியாற்றிய அவரின் நெருங்கிய நண்பர் நம் முன் தோன்றினார் எப்படி இருக்கும்? Yesterday we have with us the father of BrahMos mission and a close and personal friend of Dr. Kalam sir, and who also has a rich experience under the visionary leaders Dr. Vikram Sarabhai and Professor Satish Dhawan sir, who is Padma Bhushan Dr. A. our chief guest. We now request Professor Dr. Kavita ma'am to introduce his credentials.
Very good morning to all of you. Very good morning to all of you. Really, it's my privilege and honor to introduce Father of BrahMos, Dr. Yeshwanand sir. Born on 15 July 1947, Dr. Pillai graduated in electrical engineering from Madras University, underwent management program at Harvard Business School, and obtained PhD from Pune University and DSc from Chunka University. Dr. Pillai's 4 decades of experience in ISRO and DRDO under the great visionary leaders Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Professor Satish Dhawan, and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam made him a technology leader in the field of launch vehicles and guided missiles. His contribution to the successful development of SLV-3 as a core team member and evolution of PSLV configuration for ISRO have been remarkable. Dr. Pillai's skill in networking multiple institutions for the development of critical missile technologies, overcoming denial regimes, enabled realization of Agni, Prithvi, Nag and Akash missiles under the IGMDP as its program director. BrahMos Space is a unique joint venture, first of its kind between India and Russia, to design, develop, produce and market the most advanced supersonic cruise missile. His outstanding leadership qualities made India proud to possess the fastest, highly precise and most potent missile, BrahMos, which is now inducted in the Indian Armed Forces. BrahMos is a world leader in the family of cruise missile, surpassing those in the developed countries. As the founder, CEO and MD of the joint venture, Dr. Pillai is recorded as father of BrahMos, which has become a role model for establishing joint ventures between the countries. Well known as a defense technology in the world, Dr. Pillai has been recognized by many prestigious engineering and management institutions with fellowships. He has received many honorary doctorates from 12 reputed universities of India and Russia. The Moscow University of Security, Defense and Law Enforcement honored Dr. Pillai with the Order of the Peter the Great and the Academician of the University. Dr. Pillai has published many papers in the international and national journals and conferences. Dr. Pillai has written many books including Revolution in Leadership, Nanoscience, Nanotechnology, and he is also a co-author with Kalam, Envisioning an Empowered Nation and Thought for Change. We can do it. Dr. Pillai is a recipient of various awards including Dr. Vikram Sarabhai Research Award, Spiritual and Cultural Advancement International Award from Japan, Raja Ramohan Purushkar, Lokmanya Tilak Award, Lal Bahadur Shastri Award, Performance Excellence Award from the Institute of Industrial Engineering, and most importantly, Padma Shri in 2002 and Padma Bhushan in 2013 by the Government of India for his contribution to aerospace and missile technologies, and Order of Friendship by the Government of Russian Federation, the highest Russian award for the foreign citizens of highest order. Really, we are very much privileged and honored user. Thank you so much.
Respected Dr. Vasaram, mentor, day for all of us, and also he is the Chancellor of this university, taking the university to greater heights. Dr. Vishwanath and all faculty members, friends, students, I am really grateful to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to talk to you. Mostly the youngsters, they want to have their own industries, startups. There are various opportunities are coming in space. So 3.0, when you say 3.0, 3.0 is belongs to you. That is 3.0, you are going to have startups. That is what we are going to discuss. So I will highlight some of the points to you. Startup means it is not easy. Not many startups have come and gone without success. So you have to take risk. Let me start talking about that. So you have seen two great scientists. One is Dr. Kelvin and another one is Kurzweil. Kelvin said that man cannot fly. There is no possibility of aircraft. So the startup came with the right ideas to prove that flying is possible. That's how the whole thing happened. You see, Wright brothers flying now is the engineering marvel what they have done. Another man said at the same time in 1896 that what can be more fantastic than to land on the surface of Mars. So he is saying that man will land on Mars. You see, 100 years before he has predicted. Not only that, man will not stay in his cradle. readily said, man will go beyond the ready. That's also he has told. But now what has happened? Man has landed on the moon, rover on Mars, all these things are happening. So entrepreneurship, if you want, startup you want, it needs vision and courage to take risk. Otherwise this startup will not come. So you have seen that courage to take risk. You have seen Karlov, he developed the first ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile, and used it for putting the satellite in the orbit, Sputnik. That was in 1957. First man to go to space, Yuri Gagarin, first lady to go to space, Valentina, all these things happened. So Russia was dominating the space program from the very beginning. The Americans thought that they would overtake the Russians. That's how their moon mission came, and the man landed, American landed on the moon. And also they have done a lot of work on the other stations, Mill station, that is the Russian first orbited the station. Now International Space Station, more than 20 years is in operation. It is a joint program. And Mars rover is there. So this is the space capabilities are built by others. So what are we going to do? So if you look at that space station, that the ISS, International Space Station, the Suriname an Indian origin, not born in India, Indian origin. See, so can you put that? It will come. Automatically So she will be talking to you. You got the speaker? You have to put the speaker. No speaker. You have to take it to my website? Yes, sir. Tell it to come. So she is explaining how her life is in the International Space Station. So to stay there for 6 months, how do they do it? How do they live it? How do they sleep? How do they? She now will be going to the bed. Bed is down. So it's a 0G condition, you know. So India is going to have a space station means people are to be trained for this 0G condition. So she will be talking about how she use, what they eat, all those things. So everything is different when you talk about space. So I will not go through that. You can see in the YouTube. So now what India is going to do, if you look at India, we have solved the problem of food. We are producing 300 million tons of grains now. We have become second largest rice and wheat producer in the world. Milk, we are the largest producer of milk in the world. Power, we are the renewable power, we are aiming to make it bigger, 100,000 megawatt solar power, we want to exceed that, and nearly 70 megawatt of power from wind, and nuclear, 22,000 megawatt we want to generate. The focus now is on hydrogen, and also increasing the efficiency of the solar power. In the meantime, we have developed the 500 megawatt fast breeder reactor we have developed. That is also going to be a very big boon for us in the power generation. Farming, precision farming, that is from 300 million tons to 400 million tons, we are going to move by using the space technology. Space technology will help farming. That is how I will explain to you. So the supercomputer because behind to us, we are now doing butterfly computers and we are working on the quantum computing. And also the processor, certain processor has been developed by IIT Madras, which is going to be our own processor for all the systems, electronic systems. ITITS last year we have got $290 million. Pharma we are doing very well. 60% of our products are going outside India. We are exporting a lot of drugs outside. 40 billion we have earned. Then we are moving to electric vehicles. And this defense you see, we have a nuclear submarine called Arrogant. LCA going all right. We are now doing LCA-2 and now we are moving to advanced medium combat aircraft, AMCA. So that's a big market for us and it's going to the stealth aircrafts. Then in the strategic missiles we have Dignitary and space program. You have seen now, you have heard about all the developments in space program. We are now moving to hypersonic speed. We are going to increase and the next is cruise missile is going to come with hypersonic. That's our goal. And ultimately we will have hyperplane which can take off from any aircraft, airport, go to space, then add its mass by using the exhaust reprocessing, that is a heat exchange, using heat exchanger, it will develop, it will make the liquid oxygen and then upper cryogenic rocket it will make. So that the oil efficiency will be much more. So that is required for if you want to build big stations, which is necessary in space to go number of times, that will be possible with that. So like this you see the missions, wherever you launch these missions, all have gone, and each one has got a leader who has contributed the leadership, and then people work together, and national programs, and many achievements have been made in India. So as Dr. Narayanan has explained, India has become from a very bullock cart, from that we have just got much, we have more than what the other people have expected. So the British people came in cavalries in in 1792, and Tipu used more than 6,000 of these rockets. It's a 2-kilogram gunpowder rocket. He used that, and the rocket has got a warhead, that is sword. So because sword is heavier than the rocket itself, stumbling and going in a tumbled form, but it pierced the horses and the whole thing, they ran away from there. The British were defeated. So this is a video from the British people, and the commentary there, the British man says, British was defeated. He is saying that. And they have showed this one in the Woolwich Artillery Museum, from where I have taken all the details. So that is the beginning of 1792. Afterwards, it was killed in 1799, and they have smuggled 10,000 rockets from our arsenal and then tried to use for different war and extended the range to 3 kilometers, all those things they did. So now, after a long gap, we started the space program by a great person, Vikram Sarabhai, who is the Indian space program, is the father of the Indian space program, missionary, and he started putting the first station in Tumba. This is the only place in India where the magnetic innovator is possible. So that will give a complete equilibrium. Because of equilibrium, upper atmosphere studies will be possible. That's why 40,000 rockets have been launched from Tumba, mainly to study the upper atmosphere. So that all the countries are coming, so it has been dedicated to the world in 1969. And first launch, they are all explained by Narayanan. So our main thing is avoiding 75 rockets we have used as our own effort. During that time, Sarabhai thought that if we have to hire satellites and put the people on communication and the TV, that has been done. And gave a map, road map to us that we have to develop the SLV and SLV synchronous SLV study director, Dr. Vasaram was the study director for the SLV Launch Limited, that is the communication satellites. So India will be second to none in using advanced technologies for solving problems of carbon monoxide. So he says space is going to give all the necessary needs for the people. Nobody believed that, but he was very much insisted on that and started the program. So first major program was the satellite launch vehicle, and Dr. Kalam was the project director, so it went very well. And 79 was the first launch, 10th August. That launch was not successful. Then 18th July 1980 was successful. So the man who nurtured the organization, Professor Satish Dhawan, he built the institution, mission-driven programs, system approach, strong leadership, nobility in organization, the culture, all these things he brought. So because of him, ISRO is sustaining now with all the, whatever they do today, that name, everything started from these two people. So it's a self-reliance we have achieved with the number of satellites in orbit, in remote sensing, communication, and now the navigation. And also we have done the Chandrayaan and Mars programs. So different launch vehicles are there. So you have seen this play this. So satellite orbits, you see that in the polar orbit, without sound there is nothing. Very interesting is it? Okay. So we have, as Narayan said, that we have also launched 72 satellites for OneWeb, and it's a very remarkable thing. More than 430 foreign satellites have been launched, and he said that 104 satellites have been launched by TSLV. So this has triggered the aim mines. You have seen that the whole remote sensing and the communication have triggered the aim mines. So now the people are looking at how to apply, how to use the space technology for startups. So one of the things is the remote sensing, which identify the agriculture, crop management, soil analysis, all those things. So that has led to a startup, a very good startup called Sapshire. It started by some Bangalore chaps. They built a ground station and managing 10 acres of land used just a mobile phone. And they have got the farm level soil moisture analysis, soil conditions. They also identify the crop development. Everything has been done by them. So this is the type of thing. They are smartphone integrated farming using AI and all the satellite intelligence. What they do is this has been introduced in Andhra Pradesh, and it is a very successful program. One of the startups is a success story, Sapshire. Now the satellite, they can put it in polar orbit. So then Agnikul, you see Agnikul, the bigger rocket is going for test now. Very soon they will be testing from Sri Lanka. A number of satellites have been done by many, but nearly 40 startups are there in space related. And also drone, using drone, there are a number of startups are now. So there is a big opportunity for space, because space has been opened up now. It is not belonging to ISRO only. It is now industries have been involved, and very good big opportunities have come to the space program now. So if anyone wants to start in the space program, it is easy to do that. You have to register a company, and in 3 days you can get a company registered and MSME program, do it. And then we will have one professor as our advisor. Then funding is possible. IIT provides up to 50 lakhs for startups. It is providing IIT Pravartan. It's called Pravartan. So there are opportunities. There are many people are giving now startup funding. So you can use that. So India has got about 118,000 startups. More than 1,000 startups are technology oriented. Every day 2 to 3 technology startups are coming up in India. And particularly in the satellite area, number of things have come, many startups are there. Mostly if you see that map, mostly the startups, number of startups, if you see business startups are more in Maharashtra, but the space startups are more in Bangalore, Hyderabad and Chennai. So the space market is something like 360 billion per year. More than 60% is America is taking the thing. Now we have to work out. If you see that the whole chart, if you see, the launch industry is not very big. Launch industry is only very small money, 6.2 billion. Satellite manufacturing is 19 billion, but satellite services is 726. So service also can be started. And you see that ground equipment 125 billion ground equipment. That's also a very big market. So look at that. This is only 2018 picture, but it has grown. It has grown. Now nearly 400 billion is per year market. So we should take a big share of this market. We should take. Because we have grown in space technology. And if you see small satellites, every year more than 2,000 satellites are deployed. Small satellites, 10 kg, 100 kg, even 1 kg, nano satellites are there. So those satellites market is also becoming bigger, and $15 billion in the market for small satellites per year. So please use that opportunity. So Chandrayaan-3 was explained to you already. What others are doing, you see that Americans, they have gone to moon, now they are again going. So they want to establish their station there. Earlier they went and came back, now they want to stay there. So there is going to be a big station coming up under the Artemis program. So by 2026, they will have established a station there. That is their plan. And China and Russia, they have joined together. They are also planning for a research station. This is their configuration, research station. That's also going to come in on the moon. So India is also aiming to go for manned flights. And ultimately in 2040, this will be the situation. India will also land on the moon and start industry. Why moon is very attractive? See, everybody wants to go to moon for what? Moon has got material helium-3. This helium-3 is a non-radioactive material which can produce energy 100 times better than uranium. We use uranium by splitting. That's called fission. But the helium-3 is not fission. You have to connect it with deuterium and make as a fusion energy. So once you have the fusion energy, the radioactivity is very minimum because there is no radioactivity for helium-3. So it is safe. So safe reactors, if you want to establish for the future, then you have to go for a material like this reactor. That is why this is very, very important. And millions of tons of helium-3 is lying on the moon as a dust. Why they have come only on the moon, not on the earth? Moon is a barren place. And always the sun has got helium and hydrogen. You know, that's a fusion for that. So the helium particles have come onto the moon because suddenly the moon was exposed to the sun. And that's how they got a deposit. All from the flash, solar flash. So now we have to identify the correct location, put a robotic system, extract that helium, model them, the yellow is the models, and then try to bring them. We have to have a launch station. Launching from moon is easier because the gravity is only 1/6. So moon rocket will be smaller. So we'll have to have the station to put them and then bring it. And then how it, all those plans are being worked out by different people. So this is a factory, lunar factory in 2040, and 2047 will be having the helium-3 power. So for that you need fusion energy. Today we are not master of fusion energy. We are doing an IPR, Institute of Physical Research in Ahmedabad. We are working on the reactor. It's called tokamak. But nothing much has been done. So we are joined with other countries. Some countries are working together to establish a 500 megawatt international thermonuclear experimental reactor, ITER. We are working on that, which will be ready in 2025. So this is a very important thing, and our contribution is the biggest structure has been made by us and sent there and being established. Nearly 600 of our engineers are working in that plant. And it is going to be a very big program. The final assembly is going on now. So this fusion technology we should master, then by 2030 we will have our own fusion reactor. So this also is to be ready when you talk about helium-3. So both are linked. So Aditya mission, you know, that is to study the sun. Now, if you look at the solar energy, we are putting on a terrestrial, all the solar panels we are putting. Because of the energy what we are getting is limited time. So what is required is solar power. It will be possible to get the power. So electrical energy you are generating, but electrical energy cannot be transmitted as it is. So we have to convert to microwave and transmit to a place where it is a secluded place. Your microwave, you cannot send it to the people. People will die. So you have to go for a remote place where the microwave energy will be converted to electrical energy. So this is a big program. If we have to do that, we have to build these satellites. We have to build it only in space. That is why the high plane is required, where we can go and assemble the platforms. So this is a 1 gigawatt satellite. So once you have got the thing in the island, you can have split the water, generate hydrogen. You can have drinking water. All these things are possible. So that is why we need a large launch vehicle. What our friend was telling, Narayan was telling, that after helium-3 we need to go for a bigger launch vehicle. So this is the plan, ISRO plan, to go for a bigger launch vehicle which can put 74 tons, nearly 80 tons in Earth orbit. So this is the big rocket, what they are going to do. So in this, all these things, you know, re-entry is also important. When you send a person, he has to come back safely, and it's re-entry. Well, re-entry time, the temperature goes to 3000 degrees centigrade. Kalpana Chawla, that's why Kalpana Chawla died, because one of the tiles got cracked, so the flame entered at the re-entry point and the whole shuttle blasted. So the re-entry is very important. So we have proved the re-entry in the Agni program. No, Agni program is not only a missile, we have proved that. So we will play. Sound is not there. So we are having Agni 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is it covers big area. It is a nuclear loaded missile. So it gives you the safety. Then you have then we have mission Shakti, which is it's a problem can come through satellite also. The war. Enemy can be a satellite, so you have to destroy the satellite. You have to have a missile which can go to 300 kilometer altitude and destroy the enemy satellite. constructing program. That is anti-satellite weapon. So we have got ballistic missile defense, everything we have today, India has got. And in that process, we have also developed this BrahMos. BrahMos, when you say, it is a supersonic cruise missile. Only missile in the world to have such a fast speed, accuracy, and also the power, energy. So it can be put in on a mobile platform, on ship, or on air, different altitude it can fly, and different place, snow, mountain, desert, tropical conditions, sea, any type of target on land or sea you can hit. So the only operational supersonic missile in sea, land and air in the whole world. So this is from air it is coming without sound. It is launched 300 kilometers away from Andaman Sea. It is going to the Nicobar. Two red points are the camera stations. They are sitting at the middle point. So very accurately it is sitting without warhead. Warhead means the whole island will not be there. That's why we cannot do it. So all the time we have got bullseye. This missile, somehow the missile is a God missile. It is not an ordinary man missile. It is a God who has given that missile. So you compare with the USA. USA has got a Tomahawk missile, which is subsonic 0.8 Mach number. BrahMos is 2.8 Mach number. That means we can reach the target 1/3 time. Energy is half v squared, so 9 times energy we are giving. And the reaction time towards the enemy is less because we are reaching faster. It has got universality. The missile can be used for land and sea targets. And it is every 3 seconds a missile goes. And it is undefeatable due to speed, stealth, electronic countermeasures. So we are today standing in the world as number 1. Okay, number 1, and the Americans are number 2. So what we have achieved is, ordinary dumb systems were used in the Second World War. So slowly guidance systems came, smart systems came, brilliant systems came. Now we have made genius system. Like BrahMos is a genius system. It can identify the target, it can fly, it can change its trajectory, everything. So now next stage is transhuman system. That means we should operate from the mind, like Lord Krishna was doing. We want to operate from the mind. Because all electronic systems can be now controlled. If you fly a microwave through a UAV over this place, nothing will be seen. So microwave scenario is coming. So we have to depend on our mind, which is very powerful. So we are working on the hypersonic program. It is Mark 7. The main development is the scramjet technology. ISRO is doing, as well as the RDO is doing. High temperature materials development, all this work is going on. So the future, you have to go faster. You can't go 9 months taking to reach Mars. It's a big time. Your man has to go 9 months, he cannot sit in that capsule. So we have to find a way to do that. Many systems are being developed. And one of the systems is the laser propulsion, which says 3 days you can reach Mars. So this is a very important technology which is going to come. The quantum laser is going to further do that. So instead of 3 days, now there is a new scheme has come, 3 minutes to Mars. You see that? People are now looking at it. And whether we can cross the speed of light? Yes, we can cross. So we should defeat the Einstein. So by going faster than light, that is possible. That is what the people are trying to do that. In all these problems, what you have seen, space is crowded. Because of the many satellites have been launched. And you see that because of that, debris are also moved. So 630 collisions have already taken place. 9,900 tons of junk is floating over the earth. You can see the earth diagram, you can see. clean the earth, now it's not clean. So it is necessary to save the earth. So the private satellites can be damaged. When you launch from Sriharikota, it should not hit some debris hit, then it's out. So we have to find the time when the debris are not coming. So all debris are being monitored. For that, there is a station. Haystack is a radar which gives the complete debris details up to 1 centimeter level. So that information is available. So now we have to see that how we solve this problem. Debris is already removed. Europeans and the Americans are working very sincerely to see that we develop systems which can go there and capture all these debris. So that is going to take place. Some development, testing, all those things are happening. Maybe in another 5 to 10 years we will see this clean. Another big threat is the asteroid from space. So one asteroid is a bigger asteroid which came 65 million years before. It hit Mexico. With the shock, what has happened, all the species on the earth died, including the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs that was controlling the whole earth. All the dinosaurs died 65 million years before because of one asteroid hit. Same asteroid, if it hits on the earth, we will all die. So that is going to happen. So how do we avoid that? So you need some major program to capture these asteroids that are going to come over here. There are 26 asteroids coming towards Earth. Out of that, many of them passing through. It is not going to hit, passing through. But some of them we are in danger, some of them. So we need to find out method to redirect them or capture them, all these things. So there are different methods are there. Recently one experiment has been done very successfully. That's called DART. That one, they put many methods are there. Say solar electric propulsion system, then capturing the asteroid, then other methods, container methods, then the DART system. These are all helping us to divert the asteroid. Or you can put a nuclear over there and finish it off. That's also possible. So human will be protected. That's what I wanted to tell. So if you look at the space missions, you've got now unmanned combat vehicles, morphing airframe, no control, but automatically the wings make the control. Then landing on the moon and Mars and other planets, and also on asteroids, solar power satellites, space tourism, reusable systems, man going to space and looking at the Earth. All those things are happening. Very importantly, we are going to have our second Earth in 100 years. So that is what the first reactor which has been found out is called Proxima B, which has got very good water, everything like Earth. And there is another thing which has been identified is Trappist wood system. There are 7 planets in that, and all of them are Earth-like. So we have to transport the human being to that place. That means we need to go faster. That's why I said, unless you cross the light speed, it is not possible to reach. So space opportunities, if you look at it, fleet management is a big thing now today, like a traffic control. You can think of, I am telling about the startups now. Asteroid redirection, infrastructure inspection and maintenance, then on-orbit assembly, that technology, then human exploration, observatory servicing, then propellant department. You carry the propellant and then fill the propellant in the satellite. Because satellite lifetime is reduced because the propellant is depleting. So you can fill the propellant, go there and fill the propellant. Like our petrol stations, you have station on road. Similarly, servicing. You can service the
satellite on board. So now they have identified some orbits called dead orbits. Suppose the geosynchronous satellite, they are going around 36,000 kilometers, they are going around the Earth. So they have identified 200 kilometers above that as the dead orbits. So what they do is, before the satellite goes to problem, that is, in the depletes, they are pushing it to the dead orbits. So they put that so that it doesn't become a dead mass in that orbit. Because the slot is very, very difficult. Get the slot, the international control is there. Communication satellite, you want to place it in a particular place, you need permission from the international body. That place is crowded. You have to clear the place. So all the satellites which are dead are being moved out. And because they are moving out, when you go up, it will take years and years, millions of years to come down. So that's what we are trying to do that. So similarly, lower orbit, you want to clean up by the capturing the debris. So there are so many opportunities are coming in space. So we have to, whatever we are trying to do on Earth, we have to do it in space now. That is the opportunity which is opening for startups. So if you look at India has a great scientific thoughts came from India. Whatever they talk as the theorems from all the people, whether it is gravity or whether it is Earth is rotating around the sun, all this, anything you take, all have been talked by our people long before. And but prosperity came down during the period of successive invasions. Industrial revolution we didn't participate, but population increased. So all these problems brought us down. Then we started moving up now. Economic revival came in 91, thrust for industry growth. Information age came, got work for our people. Technology vision has been given 2020. And all these things are moving up now. Moving India up with the 800 million youth, with skill set can definitely make things faster. GDP growth rate minimum 8.5% we get. Today we are in 7%. So that is very important. So to want to overtake other countries, we need that. The industry should make for the world. We should make for the world. So then you are a developed country. So 2047, India will be having a developed green India will be having. And what is needed is innovation, technology, victory mindset. We always think poor about India. So we should always praise India. Then only the mindset is very important. So the future, that is India. So when you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary task, all your tasks break their bounds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction. And you find yourself in a new, great and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties and talents come alive. And you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. So the big aim only that be. That's what Dr. Kalam says. Have a aim in life. No? Number 2, startup also what to do. Have a aim. Take risk. Work hard. Acquire the knowledge. And the problem is that difficult. No? That is what is required. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, excellent lecture. We are all very proud of you. Thank you very much. Let us give a standing ovation to our distinguished society. Let us give. Any questions now you can ask.
Anybody wants to know anything about startup?
If you have a good proposal, I can give you 50 lakhs. Hello. So there are many students who have come from outside MGR University also. So we will be having a lot of questions about the startup. Ask some question on the startup. Yeah, please.
Sir, I'm Mohammed Sheikh from BTech CFRS. So, as I have an idea of making a weather monitoring satellite for airlines, sir. So airlines can even the passengers can get the accurate weather to avoid some obstacles and to avoid some delays. So they can just be comfortable with it. Actually, I like to make it for better. For example, from 2G to 5G, as well as from weather station to the communication satellite, communication airlines. Instead of that, why can't we just make a communication satellite and airlines?
No, weather satellite we have. Recently we launched a weather satellite inside. Weather satellite we have launched. We have got all the information on the weather. Plus, if you want to have better mapping, we have got synthetic aperture. All these things are there. Technologies are available. And the linking between satellite also, there's like Starlink development is taking place. So that is also, communication is also possible. What you are saying is possible. Good idea.
Thank you.
What is the concept behind atomic nuclear-based cruise missiles?
Nuclear-based cruise missiles. Nuclear propulsion or nuclear payload?
Nuclear propulsion.
Propulsion. Nuclear propulsion, I talked about nuclear propulsion it is also coming up. That is possible. Nuclear propulsion is possible. That is okay. But nuclear payload is dangerous payload. Any other question? You are startup only I am talking about it. You have come for startup. Ask question how to make a startup. You can ask anything. No question. Thank you.
Thank you, communicate the email, sir, so that they can answer the questions.
Ideas of great value, so they are secret.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
My email address you can note down. AS_BILLAI dot BM Bombay Metro Promos BM @gmail.com.
So you can say.
But you don't expect answering all the questions. It is what only I will answer. Otherwise, I cannot have time to do that.
Thank you so much, sir. So which Padma Bhushan Sivaram Patel initiative, the IGEN Green Day celebrated in the month of October. 3 months it has done fantastically. 16,000 participants done and implement the green action. For that, sir and Vasakan sir presenting the award. I request now the Krishna to read the award details.
IGEN Green Day Platinum Category Award 2023 goes to First Year Engineering and Technology, Dr.MGR Education and Research Institute, Chennai. We are requesting joint registrar and ambassador for IGEN Green Day 2023 from First Year EAG, Dr.MGR Education and Research Institute, Chennai. I am calling upon next awardee, KS Rangasamy College of Technology from Tirchanur.
Okay, ready ma'am, ready? Ma'am? Okay, thank you ma'am, thank you.
I am requesting KS Rangasamy College of Technology to come up on that. Principal and ambassador from KS Rangasamy College of Technology. The next award category, Eisen Green Day 2023 Gold Award, KSR College of Engineering. KSR College of Engineering.
Okay, thank you.
Requesting principal and ambassador to receive your award. Gold category award goes to KSR College of Engineering. Next, award category is Silver Award 2023 KSR Institute for Engineering and Technology. KSR Institute for Engineering and Technology. I am requesting principal and ambassador to receive your award of institution, Silver category award. Following upon Computer Science and Engineering and Information Technology from Dr.MGR-ACS and Research Institute. I am requesting Department HOD, Dean ENT of IT Department and Computer Science Engineering. And ambassadors to receive your Silver category institution award. INN Green Day 2023 Silver Award goes to Computer Science and Engineering and Information Technology Department of. Next I'm calling upon INN Institute of Technology.
Ma'am?
For receiving the INN Green Day Silver Award. Currently Institute of Technology. Requesting ambassador to receive this award.
எடுத்துறேன் சார் நான் மொபைல் எடுத்து அனுப்பிச்சு இதில் கேமரா என் நம்பருக்கு ஒரு மெசேஜ் போட்டு விட்ருங்க சார்
CSI College of Engineering Ketty to receive your INN Green Day Silver category award.
சார் கேமரா பாருங்க சார் ஓகே தேங்க்யூ சார்
CSI College of Engineering Ketty to receive Silver category award.
ma'am
Along with it, they are receiving another award which is category C Platinum Award for CSI College of Engineering Ketty. INN Green Day Platinum Award 2023.
Sir.
Next, I am calling upon Sri Ishwar College of Engineering for receiving the Silver category award 2023 for INN Green Day. Requesting ambassador to receive this award.
Sir,
Next, calling upon MRV Institute of Technology.
Sir, ready.
From Karadu. Requesting principal and ambassador to receive this award.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir? One second. Okay, thank you, sir.
Dear delegates, today we have a compassionate leader who is associated with ISRO since its establishment in 1960s, who is our Chancellor, Padma Shri Professor R.M. Vasagam sir, and also Vice President of ITCA, former Project Director of Apple Satellite, and also former Vice Chancellor of Anna University. We now request Professor Dr. Kavita, HOD Civil Department, to introduce our Chancellor.
save time. It is beyond 12 o'clock, so maybe now it is close to lunchtime. And I think you are already cut short your tea time. So I think now I will just make some few remarks about especially the presidential part, because I am supposed to speak on the presidential address. The most important thing, the first student-built satellite idea in India came with Professor Yashpal and some of the other people, they toyed with the idea of postman satellite. That is the one place the data is gathered, it dumped at the other place. Primarily a small communication transponder. That was the first thing which was contemplated. Another university, when I was vice chancellor there, we started the idea. We also thought of having a physical center, making a solar cell. Because, we are great naming before the baby is born, so it was called Anna cell. And we took that cell to Trieste, in Italy, for the X-ray goniometer to cut the crystal to get the proper orientation. You must understand that even in the University of Madras had only one equipment which was not possible to do that work. So we had got that fellowship to Italy. And why I am telling, it was very difficult to integrate in the academic environment. So finally MIT, Crumpet, which was part of the Anna University at that time, they took the lead and then we arranged the project team. But compared to, it was a 40 kilogram satellite, and then it had all the, whatever is the structure, thermal power, control system, all whatever is required for a proper satellite to function, and the communication payload was built, and we operated it also. After launch, the earth station was also there. But what really happened, we got into difficulty to follow it up, because at that time the ISRO gave a free launch, and we also had the 5 crore money support coming from ISRO, and that time it was a big sum. But the thing is, our academic people, they will never, it is like Navagraha suddenly, everybody will look at different direction. So that is the problem of the academic institutions coming together as an interdisciplinary project to be completed. But we accomplished it. That is what I want to say. It is when it is told as interdisciplinary, interdepartmental project, how to network the people. So what really happened, I think Dr. Governor will probably speak about his experience in SRM and many other places where he is heading. There again, what they did in SRM, the management was supporting, funding was given, some payload ideas were there for atmospheric science and all that, limb sounding, many other things. But really what we did, they chose the second year, third year, final year, and also they put the working hours only after 5 o'clock. So it was not part of any regular class hour, class should not be there. So they organized like that, and the willing staff members also have to slog after that. Up to 10 o'clock, I think he must be probably is going to talk about all this later on to you. So this one experience I am telling you, how you have to do it in an academic environment. Because everybody is thinking that his idea is the most important thing, and his paper has to be published, in a reputed journal. They don't want to share the ideas. But the satellite technology is not, without sharing it will not work. So the Anna University experiment, finally we had to move the people from ISRO to come to MIT campus, sit with them, and then really actually drive them through to complete the project on time. So this I think one important lesson which you have to keep when you are talking about space projects. On the other side, very small projects which you got executed in the academic institutions, especially for the, in the kind of, even in Apple, for example, the antenna was made out of carbon fiber and the titanium struts are used for supporting, and so thermal modeling is also very, very difficult. And we also had the feed, which comes from Ahmedabad. Needless to say, I will talk about those kind of things. So the feed was designed at Ahmedabad, the carbon fiber reflector was made at Trivandrum, and we had the titanium struts coming from some other materials group, and all this has to be integrated with the main structure which is being designed at the satellite center at Bangalore and manufactured at the Bangalore HA. So when we have to integrate all this together, finally the beam precision pointing is involved. So C-band transponder we had. But this is one important area where we had to get the antenna pattern measured near field and far field. I think the ECE people will be here. Those who are cursing the electromagnetic case subject, I know. That is one of the unwanted, or you can say unattractive subject. Same thing, mechanical vibration, and thermodynamics. I think it is a curse for the engineering people. So like in civil, I don't know what are all the difficult subjects. I think finite element itself will be like that, one of those subjects only. So the thing is, in nowadays the tools are not there. Even in Apple time, no tools are there. So finally, the acoustic testing of the C-band antenna, we have to get Dr. D.V. Rao. I think some of you maybe might have heard his name. He was mechanical department of IIT Madras, applied mechanics department, and he had set up one small acoustic test facility. And there we had brought that reflector and got it tested for where it is actually carbon fiber is on the face skin, and backup is with the honeycomb, aluminum honeycomb. How many of you have seen why honeycomb is used in the aircraft industry in a big way? And there is no manufacturing capacity for honeycomb in India. Why I am telling all this? This is the area where the entrepreneurship has to come. Bus bottom flooring also required. You will see checkered plates at the bottom. Why it is called like that? And even the municipal drum, it is not a regular cylinder. It is corrugated cylinder. No? Why that corrugation helps it to have better stability? So these are things I think which are not understood by writing equations. It will not come out to make it work in the field. So this is what I think we got it done in that place. But we also had another famous professor Narasimhan, who was specializing in electromagnetic theory, and he was Colorado University. He got his PhD. He was teaching one of the famous professors, near field and far field, without going to the external testing range, whether you can predict in a closed anechoic chamber, do the measurement and then predict the pattern of the antenna. And we could completely successfully do that thing, but some research scholars got the degree out of that funded project. So I am telling, some of these difficult problems can lead to a big industry. And this is what I think we have to see. Because some of the things which are there, the textbooks which are followed in the curriculum, two textbooks which have to be at least not older than 3 years or 5 years, and then 3 more reference books. But some of the core subjects, fundamentals, you can't change it. So that is what I think is happening. So in Anna University and all those academic councils and the departmental board of studies, they will all sit together and then do all this. But you cannot keep the curriculum stale. It has to be updated. And the two important things which are interdisciplinary are the robotics and also the satellite technology or space technology. So this is where I think the multiple departments of the academic institutions can come together and then attack the different problems which can lead to a bigger industry. Actually, Dr. Narayan was telling about the, lighting the lamp. We are all, the VIPs have, difficult movements. It is holding the candle and then it is not really getting lighted. But I used to tell another example of the same thing. That is we are blending tradition and modernity in lighting the lamp. The matchbox light the candle, which is the matchbox is Swedish origin, safety match, and candle is from Middle Eastern origin, and then we have the Indian oil lamp, which is artistically produced with better metallurgy, and then the oil is there, and then you put the cotton thread soaked in oil, and then the combustion has to take place. It has to be ignited, and that is where we normally put all this thing. So I hope that the interdisciplinary nature of the activities will be always. I think our president has come, so I think he will be honoring our Dr. Pillai on the stage. So I will stop here, but what I would say, now the MGR-ACS satellite is one of the projects which is part of the 75 student satellite project mission, and maybe this year we may have a chance to probably complete the launch and also operate. But some of the humanitarian things which are talked of there is that apart from taking some imagery and other things, a fisherman intrusion into Sri Lankan waters and save their lives, because they are getting into the Sri Lankan waters and then getting arrested and all the boats are confiscated. So this is one. Another is the boat tragedy. In sea, once we lost 900 fishermen, untraceable. Indian Navy was to be put in charge of all these things apart from Coast Guard. So these are some of the areas where the very small satellites can do. But the thing is, now the constellations of satellites are coming. Hundreds and thousands of satellites have to be operated together. And also inter-satellite links have to be established. And beyond that, we also have to have the earth stations, very small handy-earth stations. So how to get that kind of achievement? It comes only from the academic institutions. So I hope that this seminar of today, it will be primarily opening up ideas where 5 people, 10 people teams can come up with some original and innovative ideas, and also feed to a very giant project including Gaganyaan and many other things. Because the robot on the moon is a very big operation. Now we have not even, you have to take the lunar sample, package it and then bring it back to Earth safely. That is going to be maybe another 10-year program or whatever you are doing. Academic institutions can gear up for that kind of. So that is what we said. The robotics is not possible without computing and also artificial intelligence and machine learning and all these fancy words which are coming in the jargons. You have to give flesh and blood to those ideas. Flesh and blood to those ideas, and that is only in your hands. So this is what I would like to say. And you are not going to work only for India, you are now going to work for international operations. So you be prepared for collaborating at international level and also for the international process also. That is what I think we have to think of and achieve the best of the performance. So I will stop here. Now I think we will have the honoring of our chief guest.
Thank you so much, sir. Now we are at the momentous part of today's session, and that's the honoring of chief guest. We now request our Honorable President to felicitate our chief guest with shawl and memento. We also request sir to release the proceedings of the Space 3.0, empowering innovators and startups in space.
Sir, 1 second, sir. Sir, come close, sir. Please. Sir, 1 second, sir. Ready. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, ready, sir?
Give a big hand to the
Sir, one second, sir. Ma'am, okay, thanks, sir. Thanks.
On behalf of our satellite team, staff and students, we are very proud and happy to honor our president.
Dear participants and students, you have to understand one thing. 2 years before only our journey has started. So the man behind all these travel is none other than our beloved president, sir. So far he has invested around 4 crore rupees for the satellite and space application center. Probably you can see how it is being getting developed in the 5th floor, and then our new satellite which is being fabricated also.
Also, I would like to say some more words about the collaborative efforts, not alone one single institution, but as a group of institutions. I think our Kalpana Reddy is here. She was part of that PES, We had one project called PISAT. That is the PISAT. I think she is here. She was at that time associated with Mambakam College. And later, of course, she went to Tirupati, another college and all that. No, this is PISAT was PES. No, because there are a number of them. So the Institution of Engineering, I am promoting that as a marketing person only, because the aerospace division of Institution of Engineers, I was chairman for some time, and also NDR. So we gave 5 lakhs to the team, 25 lakhs was the initial estimate of the satellite cost. Then the 5 other institutions, Sonam College, then Nehru College of Aeronautics, and here Welltech, they were all joining as part of the PES Institute. And there we had some research center called Crucible. So that led the activity. Some former ISRO people were associated with that. So the OML finally they put their own estimation at 49 lakhs cost on the rooftop. But the thing it was entirely S-band. The operation success, the launch was successful, but I think later we couldn't track the satellite properly. But 250 student projects got completed with that single project with less than 1 crore money. I think this is 4.5 kg satellite at that time. So this is what I say, all the tools available, mechanical, thermal, whatever is there, electromagnetic thing, everything are properly documented and properly presented also. So this is what I think you will have to think of when you are talking of not only single institution, multiple institutions can join together and share the cost. I think that is one model which you have to think of. And now, of course, recently, Dr. Loganathan was also initially helping the Stuttgart. Janna Mazumdar, she was the visual navigation kind of thing. She was actually specializing, and her leadership in, the Nitte University and also Hyderabad colleges, they all joined together and made, and they also got the ISRO support at that time. 45 lakhs or something they got the ISRO money. So that is N.R. Shetty was at that time the overall management chief. So he got that support. So I am telling now our chairman, right now, Founder Chancellor Dr. A.C. Shanmugam, he used to tell, Mani, I was also explaining to them, that how to form a team, which is a winning team. He said, never put 5 intelligent fellows together, 4 or 5 together, nothing will get done. They will, ego class and fighting, so nothing will happen. So what he advised, even in when the MGR University was formed, that time, they used to tell that you have to put one brilliant person and one smart person and one person who is ability to talk and then raise funds. That is funding person. And the last person is very, very important. That is the person with perseverance like donkey. A donkey's job, he will deliver finally, but he will not be the best of the lot. But for him, nothing will happen. So you assemble teams of that kind, then I will give money. No, this is what he has told us. And even in first year, we used to organize, when Sivan Pillai wanted openly you ask your ideas. Because instead of that, what we said, the first year students are assembled, and then everybody is like a drawing room, that drawing tables are there, that hall, drawing hall. In those days, the drawing boards used to be there. So in that hall, they will be assembled and interdisciplinary, those who are volunteering, and we limit the admission. Only 100 are admitted, automatically premium comes. So we all did whatever tricks are available in managerial side we did. And then we asked them to write about individually about their family background, whether they are having their own industry or farmland or the only government employee or some uncles and aunts are abroad. Whatever is there, they can quote it there. But at the same time, they have to tell what is their idea of having an entrepreneurship idea. This is what we used to ask. So we used to collect all that. They have 15 minutes, okay, they write and then it is collected, sorted. Then we group them. Then finally we identify potential projects. And then it is presented to our founder chancellor. Of course, he may give some money immediately or it is later. But the idea is generated in a, you can say, scientific manner. That is very, very important. And it is kept secret also. It is not known to other group. Because here in the open forum, it is not a seminar where you can talk about your work. There entrepreneurship is high secrecy is required, and without that you can't really do the wonders. So the idea is premium, that is what you will have to think of. And secondly, how you do for taking instead of the paper, then the product, then patent, reverse the thing, first the product, then patent, then paper, if it is required. Because if you are going to become a billionaire, you don't have to write publishing papers in a IEEE journal. That is not for everybody's requirement also. So I think this is where I think you have to really focus your ability. And one of the things what we did on Dr. Tirmayam, who was earlier in one of the colleges, I was advisor at that time, he near Europe, he was GCD, Government College. He used to bring one software. That is the personality. Everybody is not suited for entrepreneurship. Everybody is not suited for even, employing others, managing others. So you have to actually do an aptitude test. And there was an institute for the Hyderabad which had a good software which came from the UNIDO, from Vienna. So that is to be operated. Even at MGR University we had, almost you can say the precursor of that was done by bringing the director here and then having the sample test. Later you have to collaborate with that Hyderabad Institute. So you have to find now ways and means of getting, and then most of the private college managements which are now flourishing in Tamil Nadu or any other part of the country, they need not be the experts in their field. they won't be also knowing about the nitty-gritty details. Whether I give money today, tomorrow what I will get? That is the question they will ask. So this is where I think now you will have to convince your management how to really do the things, in a saleable manner. The idea has to be sold and achievements have to be demonstrated, and then finally the returns have to be given. Without return you cannot do it. So this is what I think you have to think of now, how you are going to organize your plans. So as I am telling, at the end of the day, thousands of student satellites have been launched. Even Argentinian students had come to Sri Lanka with a small suitcase size only. 5-member team, out of that, one was in the launch pad and another at Chennai, and then they went back to Argentina. So that is 700-gram satellite. So like that, many things have been done. And the California Polytechnic Institute, which originated in the CubeSat revolution, they actually were mentored by Stanford University. And Cal Poly is a unique institution where experiential learning is the mode of teaching and training. The Bertrudan, who made the around the world voyage in a composite aircraft without refueling and non-stop around the world, and he was one of the students of that institute. Like that, number of them are there. Of course, Elon Musk didn't pass through that institute, but he had some other, he studied, he came from South Africa, he was raised in Canada, many other places. He doesn't have any of those kind of, but his entrepreneurship effort is far too different. Same thing, you have got founder. So you have to see, what I would say, the first year when you are assembling together, you see the success stories of the pioneers, because many of you know in the Google search, there is one word called page rank. What is the page rank? Page was one of the founders of the company. How the top, the list which appears at the very top, how you are choosing that. So that is page ranking. For that algorithm only, they put in, maybe a very small room they assembled, and then they developed that thing. And the other, the other person was a Hungarian friend. So these two people only, that is also venture capital supported. So now the venture capital is almost like Kodamaka, because we are very close to Kodamaka. The thing is, out of 100 films produced, maybe 3 only will be, blockbusters. Maybe 90% of them will be gone. So, now the chances of making your own, small videos, and Guru Padam, many of you are capable of doing it. So, our own visual communication faculty is here, you can ask them also. So, now there is a tough competition. That is also idea based. And you can raise, and then many become flourishing directors later on. So the entrepreneurs in space, it need not be limited to gigantic, PPT pictures, what you are seeing. It has to be small elements which are capable of finally delivering the result to the common man on the ground. When Kulsera was inaugurated yesterday, the project, we had gone long back as Polar Satellite Launching Station Committee. I was chairman of the committee. We have traveled from Dwarka to all kinds of places. And one of them was very close to the Kulsera Manapad area. We were going with the Tasildar and all. They just straight away, they took us to the church building. Father was there, and the fishermen were there. Father received us with courtesy. He said, "What for you have come?" Okay, God has sent you here for what? Okay, yeah. So we said that we want to launch rockets from here. Why are you launching rockets? To send satellites. What for satellite? Satellite for data. What data does? Meteorology. Can you make rain with that data? No. We are humble. In front of the priest we are humble. We can't make rain. So the second is how many jobs you are going to create here. Maybe said about maybe 600 or some number at that time. So will all these people will employed here? We said with the condition of if they are qualified. What is meant by qualification? Where do they get? Do you support that getting the qualification certificate? We may help. But the thing is, you have to come through employment exchange, what we told us. Employment exchange, waiting list is 5 years to 10 years. Some people have lost their nothing, joining their ability also. So this is what I am saying. Now, the common man's question on space program is far too different than we are all messiahs of something, that we are promising a great future, many things we have taught. But ultimately, we have to do that. But I will close it with one last remark. When, of course, the Apple, we had saved, many things, even disaster management, all kinds of things we have done, telemedicine, telecommuting, everything. But the incident which, there was a communication technology satellite of Canada, which was launched with connecting Arctic, and one Eskimo child was actually treated in Toronto hospital for a very big sickness. And then the parents and relatives, they couldn't be transported here. So finally, the communication technology satellite gave the video conference link, first time in the world, for that Arctic community. And then that Eskimo girl, she wrote a moving poem. I salute the nature for making the laws that made me to communicate with my people who are kept far away. Sun, moon, earth, whatever it is, all the things, natural laws. Finally, I salute the nature. So this is what I think about it. Remember, whatever you are doing, your feet has to be always on solid earth. I think that is, never forget. And you are accountable for every single pie of your parents' money or the government money, whichever is going into this. Finally, you have to prosper, bring prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Definitely, we'll stay grounded and fly to the sky. Thank you so much, sir. As a mark of love and respect, we would like to give you a small gift, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Dear delegates, we are now ready for lunch, and lunch will be served at Mother Teresa block. It is empty block, first floor. We request the delegates to be sharp at the auditorium after 45 minutes by 2:15 p.m. Dear participants, your lunch will be served at Mother Teresa block, empty block, first floor. And we also request the speakers to be resumed here in the hall, sir. Just for a while, sir.